Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's info session. I am Chanel Power, the founder and CEO of Mentor Me Collective. I'm not going to be on camera today, but I will be on camera the next time you all see me, which hopefully, if you guys are going to join us again um, for this info session, will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll see you on camera tomorrow. But before we jump into all the things, please tell Lottie Dottie and everybody if you specifically know someone who applied and should be here, but you haven't seen them comment yet in the chat. Please go ahead and let them know that we are live. We are live. Also, if you can just let me know where you are tuning in from, throw a flag in the chat. Um, let us know. Let us know. We're super excited to have you all be here with us. I mean, it's been an incredible opportunity to be able to serve you all and, of course, serve our entire cohort, our organization, our learning, our scholars over the last almost going to be 7 years. Next year will make 7 years. So we're super excited about that. Just want to make sure that you all can hear me, you can see me. Um, Make sure you throw your flags in the chat. Okay, great. I see that. Super, super excited. I'm going to throw some comments on stage so that we can also see as well. Let's make it regular. Okay, great. I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. But like I said, I'm super excited. I'm super blessed to have this opportunity to be here with you all. The one mandatory thing that is required of everyone who wants to get into our Google Cloud Launchpad program is that you are on our info calls. We have so much to cover. And of course, because our programs are uniquely tailored, it does require that everyone starts at the same level of capacity. And what does that mean? That means specifically that we want to make sure that we don't have to continually catch folks up, say, oh, this is how we do things, this is how you should do that, blah, blah, blah. So you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And I just really believe that. So you all also should have received an email from us specifically mentioning all the different steps that are not only required but also that will help us with ensuring that you all again are set up for success with us. So one of those steps was for you all to create a google skills a Google Skills profile. So if you haven't already done that, please, 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 please go ahead and lean into that. Um, yeah, super, super quickly. Okay. We'll obviously talk a little bit more about that in just a moment, but it's super important and imperative that again everyone is starting at the same space so that we can move along strong, as I always say, with ultimate not only dignity, um, but baby, why are we wasting time? We're gonna be able to get right on into it. So super excited about that. Okay. If you are a returning scholar, if you were in one of our programs previously and you have you're interested in obviously coming back, please go ahead and let us know. Put hashtag alumni in the chat. Hashtag alumni in the chat. And of course, if this is your first time joining us, which is totally fine, put cloud, hashtag cloud for the Google Cloud program. So amazing. I'm trying to make sure that my screen is sharing what it needs to share. So hopefully, oh, there she goes. There she goes. I'm going to make this large so that we can just have that focus there. And actually, let's see if we can just make it big. How does that look? Does that look better? I don't know how I feel about the way that it's looking. But I do see in the chat that we have a lot of incredibly new individuals joining us. So that is absolutely amazing. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm so excited to see you all. We have a lot of hashtag clouds. I don't see many alumni. Where are my alumni? The Cloud Beast. Okay, Cloud Beast. Oh, I see some alumni. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let me see if I see another word. Okay. I see the alumni coming through. Pull up, pull up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Oh, I see another alumni. Okay. Listen, we'd love to see it. Okay. Listen, let the people know we outside. Amazing. Okay. Oh, the alumni were at the top. Okay, great. No worries at all. But shout out to y'all. Super excited to have you all pull up and return. And of course, welcome, welcome to all of you all who are newly joining the squad, the family. And we know you're going to have a really great time with us. So today, we're going to dive into just giving you an overview of what your experience will be like with us. We have 1,000 seats that we will be providing to individuals around the world. But before we get into that, who is Meant to Be Collective? What do? We are a global technical organization engineering a pipeline for the next generation of tech leaders. We do that with hands-on cloud instruction, obviously specifically with the Launchpad program. We are dedicated to ensuring that you have industry coaching as well as a direct space to apply said learning and of course deploy specific pipelines as projects. So we're super excited about the seats that we have. Thank you so much to Google Cloud for helping us to move not only with speed, but also to be a part of educating the next generation of digital leaders, cloud leaders, engineering leaders of the world. And of course, that starts first with ensuring you have the right proper education on platforms that, of course, will be existing as legacy programs. So, like I said, we have 1,000 seats available. We're super excited. We had thousands of people apply. So that was also exciting. And of course, we had those individuals as well confirmed. So if you have not visited our confirmed engagement Google form, please make sure that you fill that out before, I'll say even the end of day. Like I said, we're processing applications. So knowing that if you still are committed, you still want to do your specific track or be a part of your specific track would be super helpful. Now, our programs are unique because the industry states that, or even Coursera and of course Google Skills, a lot of their programs are designed for individuals to give them extra time to work through it. And I think it's like, again, like extra fluff time. So for us, we focus on ensuring that you all are able to get through our program in 12 weeks. And we have seen it done. We have seen it be possible. Some folks maybe get through it even sooner than that. So we have a higher standard here, and that standard is of excellence, of obviously integrity, and of course we do it with community. This program also will be starting in August, and of course we have sent out so many communications around the timeline of that. Also, later on today, we will have that as a part of our our slide deck presentation, things like that as well. Okay. All right. So what does that mean? Like I mentioned earlier, we are a technical institute. We are engineering a pipeline for the 1 million leaders of the world. And of course, they're going to be in our future. And you all obviously are our future. The goal is to ensure that you all have the gap bridged between online learning, specialized learning, but also making sure that mastery is a part of that. A lot of individuals, like I said, they take online courses. Sometimes they finish, sometimes they don't. But they take the courses, they click through, they may take the really fun quizzes, but they do not lean into, how do you say, mastery. So mastery is super important, and it is, I believe, imperative for anyone looking to get into the field. Our goal is to transform those of you who are ambitious, who has what it takes to be successful, but we want to transform you as technologists into indispensable hires. And so, of course, as we see, the industry right now is, it has been difficult to land roles and to get in. But if you are the best at what you do and you can demonstrate that and you can communicate that, no one is going to deny you. So instead of us focusing on, being upset or sad about getting rejections, use that time. I want to encourage you to use this time, and of course, obviously, this program to master your discipline, master your tools, master your specific role, where when you do land that interview, when you do fixate or fix up your resume, there's no reason why anyone reading your resume, anyone reviewing your portfolio, or speaking with you will say that you are not qualified, or will say that you are not the chosen. So it's our goal and our vision to ensure that that next generation of individuals like you all will be entering a global workforce where your excellence will be verified. It will be verified. And again, not only will you be now, of course, an alumni of our program, but you will be turned into this undeniable, unequivocal leader that is completely indispensable and absolutely necessary. So we are committed to that equitable access. And of course, making sure that you have access to these education um, courses, programs like obviously Grow with Google. And today, obviously, we're here to talk about Google Cloud. So we're super excited about that. Of course, providing you all with access to mentors as well, who are incredibly seasoned professionals in the space, and making sure that we do it as a collective family together through community. Okay. So, what are our core values? Our core values are five. I think we have more than this, but these are the top five that I always like to highlight because it's super important. And these are the five values that will help you to be successful in our cohorts. Excellence is super important. So we hold each other to high standards, and we always ensure that the individuals around us are doing the same as well. So we don't believe in passive learning. We don't believe in just coming and not saying anything, not participating, and again, like just passively being involved. We believe that we are going to commit ourselves to something. And if we are committing ourselves, we're going to do it with our whole heart, our mind, our strength. And so we encourage you to do the same here as well. We also know that we have a purpose. So everything that we do not only is intentional, but we are intentionally here for a reason, for an impact, and for the world. And so we believe that you all have been created with purpose. And of course, as you are created with purpose, that means that, baby, there's a plan. There's a plan, and there's a piece of this earth and this life that is waiting for you to manifest and to be who you were called to be. So we're here to help you get there. We also lead with service, not superiority. So we're all equals. No one is above anyone else, whether that's, you working in a full-time role, whether you're already in a high value technical position, whether you have a master's or PhD. We're all here as human together to learn. And again, we don't have any kind of superior complexes. So we are a global community. We are a community for everyone. And we should all be treated fairly. Now, again, if you get into our programs and you encounter any kind of foolishness, baby, make sure that you send us a nice detailed message, because we do not play that. Absolutely not. We are all here as humans, as people, but ultimately, it does not cost anything to be kind and to be nice and respectable, okay? Because we don't do that over here. But moving along strong, we serve everybody with grace and with love. But next is community. So we are stronger and sharper together. So a lot of what our program encompasses is all about collective strategy, working together, learning together, and building together. So we're super excited about that. And of course, integrity, baby, last but never least, because integrity is huge. I was talking to my mama the other day and I said, Ma, what in the world is going on? Baby, I'm just experiencing a lot of the younger generation, but baby, there ain't no integrity. The word is not their bond. And I'm like, what is going on? Because, baby, I wasn't raised like that. If you say something, you better do that. Anyway, I ain't going to go on my little rant. That's right. Glory just said, I have a cat. Her name is Gloria. And she just meows. So she understands what I was saying. That's right, baby. When mommy preaches, you got to say amen. But anyway, integrity is important. It's important. So what we do, what we say, we will do every time. If you're supposed to show up, if you are supposed to present, if you're supposed to meet up with an individual or people, everything that you say that you're going to commit to, make sure that you do that here, because we are people of our word. Moving along strong. I didn't realize there's a little formatting issue here, but moving along strong. There are 5 stages to our life cycle. Of course, we start with the selection of like entering into our life cycle. We do review all applications with intention, and we just want to make sure that folks have the capacity, and they do have the commitment and the passion to do this work. It is not easy, and it will take, like I said, discipline to do so, but also sometimes you're going to need to sacrifice a little bit. Maybe it might be a little bit of sleep. Maybe it might be, what I mean, a little bit of time to watch your favorite TV show. But I want to make sure that, individuals here are committed to their long-term growth. So once you pass that, we enter into the educate stage, which of course is our 3-month/12-week program where you all will be learning together. We'll talk a little bit about obviously what that encompasses, but we're going to move on to the next stage. So after you finish our program, we want to enter you into a stage that we call the build stage. This is where you work cross-functionally. You will be assigned a group of individuals to work with, and you will work together cross-functionally to develop and deliver a project, which is super cool. And the project topics that you'll be assigned to will be aligned with one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so gone are the days where we are building projects that are to-do lists and clocks and maybe even a timer. Baby, we want to build production-ready, production-grade content. And what does that look like? That looks like leaning in 1000%. So we are going to ensure that you get to where you need to be. And again, like I mentioned, we're super excited about that. Okay. With that being said, in order to get to the next stage, because build is not required for you to be a part of our education programs, but going through the build stage is required for you to be matched and to be a part of our mentorship program. So we have a dedicated program where you will focus on an intentional project. 9 times out of 10 will be from the build stage, and you will be paired one-on-one with an industry professional who is committed to seeing you grow over 6 weeks. You all focus on 4 pillars of mentorship: experience, exposure, novelty, and mobility, which is our framework, to ensure that you are not just joining mentor meetings, having random conversation around how was your day and what is the weather. Baby, I'm here to build. I am here to achieve, and I need to understand, how do I gain more experience? How do I apply that experience to my project? How do I gain exposure? How do I build that into my project? How do I gain novelty? How do I build that into my project, my resume, my countenance, my LinkedIn? We are intentional community here. So for those of you, I understand there's various kinds of programs. We are very unique and very different. Okay, we're not here to waste your time, and we also don't want you to waste ours. So, like I mentioned, in order to get to the mentor stage, you have to go through the build stage. Okay, the build stage and your project needs to pass our grading rubric with an A or B in order to get to the mentor stage. Now, again, of course, if it does not pass that, we will provide you with notes on how you can get there, and so on and so forth. Okay. After the mentor stage, we enter the polish stage, which is all about making sure you have the career coaching that you need. And of course, you enter into our hiring portal. So, the polish specifically, we will analyze your profile, the notes that your mentor left, the project that you built, the course that you took, and of course, any other data you entered into, our system to say like, hey, I really want to focus on my confidence. I really want to focus on behavioral interviews. I really want to focus on my LinkedIn. And we will recommend pre-recorded courses by myself that I have recorded for you all, created for you all, that I have used over the last 6 or so years, 7 years or so, to help 600 plus people get into tech. Okay, so back then I used to charge. Now, you know what I mean? The Lord has said, hey, come one, come all. Freely I give and freely they receive. So I say all that to say, now we will ensure that you have the career coaching that you need at the pace you need it, because I understand that not everybody can commit to meeting all the time, weekly, and all this kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So you all will get that. You will have, the activities that you need, whatever. Anyway, when we get there, we'll get there. And then, of course, once you finish that, you will enter into our hiring portal. Now, here we believe that we should remove all bias and that your mastery should be the only credential that folks look at. So, our hiring portal will not have your name, it won't have your picture, it won't have anything regarding a stigma that could be placed on you. All it will have is your projects, it will have your skills that you've developed, it will have a couple of other things that I'm not going to aforemention because hashtag intellectual property, but um, the employers in that are going to be able to see you for that aspect and nothing else. So I do think that is another issue that is causing individuals to not be able to move forward. So again, we remove all barriers, social barriers, economic barriers, status barriers, whatever, to ensure that you get to where you need to be. Okay. So we're excited about it. We're going to move along strong, but yeah, that's a part of our life cycle. We talked earlier, just a moment ago, about mastery because we believe, again, mastery really is and only should be the standard. So, again, our cohorts, the individuals that are part of our programs, we go beyond the minimum effort. If you are an alumni, please put in the chat, what it takes to get through our programs. Also, the experience that you had in our programs as well. But yeah, we want you to show up. We want you to be the best. We want you to be confident. And if you feel like the confidence is an area you want to work on and things like that, we have the guardrails here to ensure you get there. Okay. So we do hold all of our scholars to a higher standard. And I also understand if this standard is not a fit for everyone, especially if it's not a fit for you right now. So you don't have to specifically join our cohort if you feel like, hey, I need some extra time to commit and to dedicate to this, get it. And of course, you can email us at launch@mentormecollective.org and we will ensure that we save your spot for the next cohort. But if you are ready and you are committing to be ready, we want you to know that that secret sauce, yeah, we want you to bring that, and it's mandatory. So we design our programs for high alignment. The next thing is, again, I mentioned earlier, it is accelerated. So typical timelines for these programs are between 6 to 8 months. And again, this is just additional recommended time for individuals who are working full time and also like learning part time. Yeah, we've seen it being done, like I said, with 12 weeks. So we've also realized that a lot of people who adhere to the 6 and 8 months normally do not finish. And I do believe it's because, again, if they're learning on their own solely, then that means that it's, you don't have the, what's it called? You don't have the accountability. That's the word, the accountability. And so we want to provide you with that accountability with specialized support. All we ask that again, you bring that secret sauce, that energy, and of course, the cohort members around you are going to help you to keep that momentum. So we do have specialized learning tracks with this program. We're super excited about it. Google just released, I think, maybe at the top of this year, actually, they released the Google DeepMind AI Research Foundation. So if you applied to learn how to build small language models and, of course, large language models, that course is going to be the one that you lean into. I will say there is a level of comfortability that I think you should have from a Python standpoint, because I do believe you're going to be building with Python. But please, you can take a screenshot of this and, of course, go to gemini.google.com and ask Gemini more questions about this curriculum to see, again, if it is a good fit for you. I'm not saying this to discourage you because I really want to make sure that you all are challenging yourself. I just think it's important for you to make, measured decisions. Okay. Of course, we have cybersecurity. So for those of you who are in our Grow with Google program, this is the next step for cybersecurity. But even if you are not and you want to get into cybersecurity, it is amazing. It is a really, really great course. And we even had an alumni of our program join us earlier last month. And she did a workshop talking about cybersecurity, AI, and all that kind of stuff, and protecting your data pipelines, and it was just phenomenal. So anyway, if you want to go back and check that out, you can on our YouTube channel. Of course, we have data analytics as well. We have cloud computing foundation. So if you really want to just understand the basics, the foundations of cloud computing, that's really, really good. If you just want to get into the nitty gritty of what does it look like to architect, design, deploy, and of course scale production cloud systems, you can totally do that with the cloud engineering course. And for those of you who are more on like the product side, the business side, less technical, but just want to understand technical things, this is our custom AI leadership package where you will, over the next 12 weeks, lean into the cloud digital leader course, which again is very business product management focused. It just gives you an overview of all of the cloud technologies that are available through the Google Cloud platform. And then, of course, you're able to, because now you know more, you can actually help to build scalable products. Same thing with generative AI. This is also product slash entrepreneur or business focused. How do you leverage different Google tools to enhance your productivity, but also your team's productivity and things like that? And then lastly, the Gemini Enterprise Agent Ready course, which just was released and is also really, really cool. Everything regarding like different agents you can use, how to build an agent, all that kind of stuff as well. And again, the way that life is leaning right now is towards everyone being a builder. You don't have to be an engineer now to really build and create great things. You can be literally anyone, as long as you know and understand prompting, understand and know how to leverage the intricacies of specific tools. You don't even have to really know that, but baby, as long as you know a good prompt, you are all set. But we want to make sure that it's not just the prompt that you're leaning into, but you also have the technical competency at a high level to at least talk about what you're doing and building to. All right. So what does it look like for us to have a cohort structure, or what does our cohort structures look like, especially our weekly syncs? So over the course of 12 weeks with us, each track specifically or focus group will have weekly meetings. We will have 2 meetings a week, because we understand that folks are across various time zones. So it will be, you'll have 2 meetings a week where your track leads will help you all and help you with, knowing when those times are. We'll schedule, we'll get everyone's schedules through when to meet. Don't worry about all that. But once we do solidify on a time, each group or each cohort will be put into mini groups within the cohort. And so you as a group will have an assigned week where you will facilitate that session. So over 12 weeks, we should be at specific milestones. And so at every week, when you guys meet, you will have a group that will literally present on that topic that you all were supposed to be learning about that week. So if you do fall behind, if life does happen, if even you had issues with specific labs, you know that when you come to your weekly session, everything will be handled. You will know that everything will be handled. You will be caught up. You can ask questions. And then from there, you can make sure that you are staying on top of your coursework. Again, this is stuff that, or a structure that has not been introduced to other programs. And so that is why we are unique and different, because we believe that collectively we should build and learn together. So we believe in shared responsibilities and, of course, distributed team assignments. Also, like I mentioned, every week there will be somebody new, and every week you will have 2 meetings. So there will be 2 presentations per week, or 2 presentation groups per week. And every week you will have, again, a presenter. So your track leads will obviously tell you more about what that looks like intricately if and when you all are accepted into our programs. But for now, just know that you will get public speaking experience, leadership experience, and of course, technical presentation experience with us, and we cannot wait. We have a specific strategy when it comes to presenting. So some folks even created like gamification, if you will. So they've had Jeopardy boards, they've had interactive trivia, they've even had like different like Family Feud showdowns. So one group basically broke up their cohort into mini groups. And so like they did like a cahoots, and it was almost like, Family Feud in that kind of way. So Super cool, super interactive, and we want to make it fun. So, you know, it makes learning fun, it makes presenting fun, and of course, seeing the reactions make it all worth it. Cool. So what does it look like to lean into the next couple of ooh, sis. Okay, that's the cat. Moving along. What does it look like to get you to being approved or confirmed for our cohort? You want to make sure that you obviously attend one of these sessions. You are here already, so that is great. For those of you who are coming on back to watch the replay, welcome back. We also want to make sure that you are immersing yourself in our community. We do see that there's a lot of new people, which is great. But what does it look like for you to like get used to what we do in our cohort? So also in the cohort, it is required every Wednesday for you to attend a workshop Wednesdays. So what better way to get you all familiar and comfortable with that than to start participating with us now? So all throughout the month of July and every month moving forward, we always have a workshop. It is imperative that you all go ahead and visit our Luma link, which I guess I can put in the chat here, luma.com/meant to be collective, to register for your workshop Wednesday sessions that are coming up this week. There's one tomorrow. Actually, there's two tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So we look forward to seeing you then. Also, make sure that you are in our Slack. So if you have not joined our Slack, it is so important that you're there because all of our communications happen in Slack for our program. It makes it easy for us to manage you all, especially when it comes to selections and setting up our automations on the back end if you're already there. So please make sure that you're in there, especially before we onboard. If you need access to our Slack, you can just email us at launch at Mention Me Collective, launch at Mention Me Collective, which I'm going to drop in the chat as well. And our team will respond and send you that link. The last thing and most important is to please make sure that you have created your Google Skills account. This is so important because in order for us to send you your learning, we have to be able to, you have to be able to have a profile. So if you don't have a profile, we cannot send you. Oh, that's good. Okay, you didn't see the Google form in the pre-selection. Okay, the Google form for what specifically? To reconfirm your interests? Can you let me know which one you're talking about? If you're talking about reconfirming your interest, okay, I'll drop that in the chat right now as well. So I just dropped in the chat the reconfirming your interest. So again, to make sure that the track that you're looking to be a part of, you actually are assigned to that. I know that some of you have applied like last year this time. So we want to make sure that if you have specifically changed your interests, please make sure that you fill out this Google form here because we'll be able to change your track this way. But if you do not, you will be assigned to the track that you originally applied with to your application. And if you want to find out if you were emailed from our team, you can just search, are you still interested? Or like the launch at mentallycollected.org email. We sent messages to everyone, so it could be in your spam. Some folks, you did misspell your email, so maybe you didn't get our follow up. But please feel free to email us if you have any specific questions with launch at mentallycollected.org. Make sure that you create your skills profile, and of course, make sure you register and attend. Don't just register and don't come. Please register and attend. Register and attend our meetings, our workshops, and you can do that on Luma. Okay. Amazing. Moving along, super strong. Okay, we just talked about this already, but I'll just highlight it again. Engagement rules, workshop Wednesdays. We do this every Wednesday throughout the program. So let's start getting used to that now. Like I mentioned, we talk about all kinds of things with software skills, AI. I mean, you'll see the list of the different kinds of sessions we have, especially with product and all that kind of stuff. We already talked about the weekly peer sessions that happen twice a week, depending on the two most um, overlapping days. So we send out when to meets. Everyone fills out the when to meet, and then we'll see based upon like a heat map of what times work best for the majority, and then you all can pick and choose. Attendance is required to at least one of those. Attendance is also required for workshop Wednesdays when you get into our program. So please, don't say that you didn't know. This is me telling you, and then of course during the welcome session we'll even go into more explicit detail. Also, amazing. So, what does it look like to again be active in our community? It means to be active in our Slack. So you can feel free to be a part of our different channels. That's something that obviously we want to even do and be better at as well. So we have everything for various interests from books, TV, cooking, plants, pets. You'll probably see me post pictures of my cat, Glory, in there. And of course, if you are of the Christian faith, we do have a Bible study group as well, where we participate in a Bible devotion plan. And then we just kind of, on the Bible app and, kind of go from there. So super excited about that. And of course, you're welcome to join. Now, what does it look like for our timeline? So of course, we're talking about the info sessions today. And of course, one tomorrow. You will know if you were selected for our program between the dates of July 20th to the 24th. So please expect an email from launch@mentormecollective.org. Please make sure that you save that email in your, what do they call it? Like your phone book? I don't want to call it phone book, contact list. There you go, your contacts in your email, so that if it does go to spam, it will be rerouted to your inbox. A lot of individuals missed out on their invites for our programs last year because of that. So please, I'm noting this now so that you can ensure that that email, launch@mentormecollective.org, is saved. Also, info@mentormecollective.org is saved. It should go directly to your inbox, and it will say, congratulations, you've been selected, something like that. We will have an email go out to you to complete your onboarding. We want to give you a week to do, because it will have modules that you have to go through. You will have to, sign and review our code of conduct and all those kinds of things. It is a self-paced online or onboarding. So we give you about 7 days to complete it, which honestly is more than enough time. If it's not completed fully, where you see a certification that says you have completed the Scholar onboarding for the Google Cloud program with Mentor Me Collective, if you don't get a message like that and also a certification, then that means you did not complete. And if it's not completed by the 31st, we will not be able to move forward. Okay, we are moving along strong, we are detail oriented, and we are excellent. So we require you all to be and deliver in the same kind of way. I am not a person that leans into excuses, okay, because we're telling you ahead of time. So come with that same energy, and baby, we're going to meet you with it too. Okay, so if you really are serious about this program, you'll be serious about completing and doing things on time. We will also start Welcome Week on August 3rd. So between the 31st and the 3rd, we want to encourage you to continue to engage on our Slack. We have people from all around the world. So if you ever thought about networking and things like that, this is a really great opportunity to do that. You can even drop your LinkedIn, your LinkedIn's even here in the chat, but especially in our Slack, because that is where you can have hundreds of people, if not at least 50 people, add you, and you can already begin building your network there. Okay, so Welcome Week starts on August 3rd. Welcome Week specifically will walk you through making sure that you are set up and fully integrated with us on Slack, support channels, in your team meetings, all the other administrative things we want to get out of the way before we officially do our welcome session. So between today and tomorrow, and also by the 7th of August will be the next time you see me, and we will have conversations. Okay, and then of course that will be because you are a part of our program. And then our official launch, which means you should receive your program invite to the Google Skills email that is associated with your application. So all of the emails that you've been receiving from us, that is the email that we have on record for you. If you want us to change said email, please email us again at launch@mentormecollective.org. I will make sure to put that back on screen so you all can lean into that as well. Okay. Tracks have not been selected just yet. If you have applied for a specific track, then that is what we will place you in. However, if you want to ensure that you are a part of a specific track, fill out the confirmed or reconfirm your interest form, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Attendance is verified in multiple ways, and we will talk about that also during the welcome session. And exactly, you can find the workshops inside the Luma. If you want to change your track and what you applied with, again, originally, you can do that with the form above. Can somebody repost the form? I can put it on here, but you all would have to repost it in the chat just in case someone else specifically needs it. Okay. If you are traveling and you will not be able to make the welcome session, please send us an email. For any unique instances, please send us an email and we will follow up with you there. There's but so much we can say today. And of course, we want to make sure that we have a verified way of communicating with you. So please send us an email. Okay. Oh yeah. So for those of you who are alumni, we will send welcome messages. It won't be directly to you this time. It will be directly to your group team /track Slack channels so that it's less confusion. But if you are new to us, you'll understand what we're talking about. We'll have automated messages sent to you. Okay. So please answer the questions that are coming in the chat. I know I already answered a lot of these, so I'm going to rely on you all to support me with helping your fellow potential cohort members with answers to them. Oh gosh, of course, I shouldn't say the entire, but a main reason why we're super excited to be a part of these kinds of programs and designing these experiences is because we not only get to close the digital divide, but we are able to close the wealth gap that causes divide. So for individuals who would normally not be able to afford a $49 a month or even like a $350 a year subscription with Google Skills or even like with platforms like Coursera, we provide that for free for you all when you all are a part of our learning programs. So you'll again have access to that specific program. Also, for I believe most, if not all of our learning tracks, we do provide a voucher for you to get certified. So not only if you do get fully certified, not only does it come with accredited backing, so all of these courses, at least 90% of them, I'll say that because I know we just recently added some new ones, so I don't want to misspeak, but at least 90% of the courses that we offer are accredited through the national ACE with the USA. I'm not sure what that looks like abroad, but if you want to ask Gemini, you can ask Gemini, hey, is the Google Cloud Cybersecurity course accredited in the UK? You'll know. But definitely in the USA, I think you can get up to like 16 or so credits or maybe 10 credits. And of course, like I mentioned, we do provide vouchers at a discounted price. Some courses we provide 100% off. Some courses we provide a 50% off voucher for you to be able to get certified. And of course, have that not only on your LinkedIn through Creditly, but also you have the ability to put that on your resume. And Google specifically has a consortium of employers that are looking specifically for Google Cloud graduates, alumni, certified individuals. So you also have access to a private hiring channel through those partners, and it's really cool. They have like all kinds of contracts with like the government, obviously other tech companies that are partners with them as well. So yeah, this cloud course, these cloud credentials, they really do unlock a world of possibility after. So we're super excited, obviously, to provide that to you. Ultimately, I just want you all to know that we are committed to seeing you achieve your dreams, to walk in purpose, and to fulfill your God-given destiny. We're excited that you're going to join us. And of course, we want you all to feel free to and feel empowered to step up, to facilitate, to present, and of course, show up for one another. Okay. Um, so if you have any questions, you can feel free to drop them in the chat now. I will answer. But if you have a specific case, meaning a unique case, I'm not going to be, available during this time. I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be on a cruise. I don't know. I have jury duty. Please email us, because if we don't have this email before the start of that welcome week, for instance, or the welcome session, I will not, and my team will not be giving any kind of exceptions. We do so much on the back end. Our team is 100% volunteer. It's almost like we work a whole nother job, but we volunteer because we want to see you all win. So the least that we ask and require of you is to show up and to be proactive and to be communicative and to please help us with helping you. So again, if you specifically have a special and unique case where you know from the timeline that you will not be able to attend or meet any of these expectations here, email us now and today at your earliest convenience so that we can begin noting and making accommodations. And, yeah, you will know if you were fully selected by July 20th, between July 20th and the 24th. The 24th will be the last day. If you don't hear back by the 24th about your status, it's probably because your email was misspelled. Okay, so it's super important that we ensure that our emails are spelled correctly. Again, you can reconfirm your interest with that form, ensuring that your emails are spelled correctly. We had about, I think, 100 people in our Grow with Google cohort that we had to like give their scholarships away to other people because their emails bounce back. So, let's make sure that our emails are not bouncing back, right? In the name of Jesus. Honey, because this is your time. This is your year. So I say all that to say we're super excited to have you all here, to be a part of our community, our family, and all of the things we're getting ready to launch. Next year is going to be a special year for us, and having you a part of this year towards our journey next year means a lot. Means a lot. So let's lean into some questions. I'm gonna scroll up. Scroll. Thank you all for answering these questions even for me. Like I said, we have 1,000 seats, so the probability of y'all getting accepted into this cohort is higher than we had for Grow with Google, because we only had 500 seats for that one. So don't be so overwhelmed or focused on how do I get selected. Just prepare yourself, prepare your hearts, prepare your mind for a program like this, because it will require that. Honestly, y'all answered a lot of the questions thus far. I'm still scrolling. So this is a good question. Google Cloud is different from the Google Cloud learning platform is different from the Grow with Google learning program. Grow with Google leverages Coursera. Google Cloud leverages the Google Skills platform, which is why I'm saying, please make sure you have created a skills account. We cannot give you an invite that will take care of your costs for learning and, of course, for the subscription if you do not create your skills account. So good question. Moving along strong. Yes. We mark attendance by your comments today. So just yeah, Glory, sit down. Gotta parent the pets. Lord have mercy. If you attended today, you don't have to attend tomorrow. If you attended today, you do not have to attend tomorrow. This is a good question. Does this require much experience within the tech space? I think I point this because I am a beginner and would like to join, but I am worried about my confidence. That's a really good question. You do not have to be an expert to do any of these programs. That's the whole point of Google Cloud. Even I mean Google in general. We want to make learning accessible and understanding these concepts accessible. And of course, you're not going to be doing it alone. So I understand, if you are nervous, if you are feeling like you can do it, but I promise you, you'll be fine. For those of you who are alumni, let's encourage our wonderful family member here that they will be fine. Um, moving along strong. Okay, this is a good question. Does completing this program lead to interview referrals or job placement support? So we did talk about our life cycle. We do have that as a part of our life cycle. And we also spoke about specifically the Google consortium. They have their own consortium. So let's say, for instance, you did not want to go through our build. You didn't want to go through our build stage and you don't really care to continue, which of course we want to encourage you to, but I understand life sometimes cannot permit that. Google has their own consortium of employers that specifically are looking for individuals that are Google Cloud certified, and they continue to grow every day. So if you are thinking about, like, is this going to help you with getting a job and things like that, let's first focus on completing the certification and then we can get to there. Okay, but they do have support. I will definitely answer that. All right. Cool. This is a good question. Yes, please let us know of travel ahead of time so that if you are accepted, we can at least put you in a presentation group that will not be presenting during that time. Right? Proactive communication early and often. This is a good question. Do we need a cloud foundation to succeed? What do you all say? What do you all say? I'm going to let the cohort answer that. Dum, 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 dum. I am scrolling. Okay. Can somebody answer this question? How many weeks is this program? I could tell that you probably joined a little late. So this is one of the Glory, sit down. She's doing the most. Anyway, this is one of the reasons why we have these info sessions so that you all can have answers to all of those administrative questions, and that we don't have a bombarded amount of these kinds of questions when we start, right? Because again, the information and the answers to that question is in the video that I just earlier. So let's answer this question for our wonderful Daniel. All right, moving along. Where are the comments being read from, here or Luma? The comments are being read from here. If you guys are commenting on Luma, I don't see it. I don't have Luma open on my phone at the moment. So please put your comments here. And you can also, you can also email us, is what I was going to say. And let me go ahead and put it back on that slide so everybody sees that. Wonderful. I already answered that question. This is another good question. Yeah, so if you don't get selected this time, you are absolutely welcome to apply for the next cohort. We have multiple people apply to our cohorts. So please feel free to do so as well. Absolutely. Thank Brittany, you was already on it. Girl, I was over there being long-winded and you already answered the question. My God. All right. Moving along strong. Let's please answer our good lads or family member here's question, living code in the chat. What's the answer to this? Awesome. So this is another question. What about the software engineering skills workshop, which is tomorrow? So what do we mention about our workshop Wednesdays? What do we mention about that when it comes to selection in our program? Da, 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 da. I'll let the chat and hopefully the screen answer the question. All right, moving along strong. Awesome. What are next steps? We just talked about that as well, so I'll let the chat help you with that question. Okay. All right. I already answered that question. Okay, this is a really good question. Is this program also geared to undergraduates? Yes, it sure is, because guess what? These courses are accredited. What does that mean? That means you can take this course and speed up your graduation time, because guess what? You can apply it to your what's it called? Your transcript. You can apply it to your transcript. Um, amazing, amazing. Um, okay, see this is a good question too. Company can check. Yes, it's also for that. Exactly. So having the profile allows you to get access to the platform. It also allows the company to check the different courses, modules that you've completed. It also will tally the kind of skills that you have developed as you complete said modules. So that is absolutely the case. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, I think I answered this question, but I am going to give the chat time to answer that. This is a good question. I have the Google cybersecurity. I have the Google cybersecurity. Will the cloud one be different, or do I need to change my interests? Are you saying that you applied for the Google Cloud cybersecurity program? Um, yeah. Can you clarify this question, because I'm not sure what you're referring to, or you can just email us at launch at Mentor Me Collective so I can help you. Um, Thank you for answering this question. Okay, still scrolling. Like I said, Google Cloud cybersecurity specifically, that is a specific track focused on cybersecurity just when it comes to the Google Cloud platform. Now, there is another certificate, the Google Cloud Foundations, or the Google Cloud Engineering, and that is more so focused on cloud technologies, like itself in the GCP, the Google Cloud platform. Um, Brittany, girl, you was on it. We love to see it, sis. Thank you. And it's the headshot for me. Thank you, sis. Moving along strong. If there are multiple tracks, this is another good question. If there are multiple tracks, is there only one main cert for us to focus on obtaining? Yes. So in your application, it asked you specifically which track do you choose, or which one would you like to focus on / be a part of. You would have had to choose one of the 6 tracks. Um, and then whichever one you chose is the one that we will put you in. Again, you can also take our program again next year and you can get another certification. So again, our programs are free and you can join as many times as possible. If you if you join the program this year, finish the certification, and you want to join again next year, well, you apply for the next year cohort, we will automatically select you, especially if you already completed one. So I'm a big person on finishing. So if you finished and you did well, you did everything else that you needed to do, got a certification from us as well, confirming your participation. Yes, you have a great 99.9% chance of being automatically accepted. Dum, 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 dum. Can somebody answer our wonderful brother's question here as well in the chat? Oh, you already did. Shout out to y'all. Love that. Love that. Yes. So we do have multiple sessions. That's why we have two sessions that happen a week. And it's because it fits the time zones of various individuals. We had over 105 countries, or people from 105 countries applied to this program this year, but we have up to 120 countries in our community. So we have literally built this program to handle that. And of course, if you are an alumni, you can feel free to share more about that in the chat. Oh, this is a really good question. The Google Cloud program, once you finish all of your courses, will come from Google Cloud. We will just be recognized as your host site, the organization you took your courses in. Mentor Me Collective will not be on your actual certification though. We have our own like completion certification that we give everyone. Okay. And we also have a graduation at the end of a program. So we'll talk more about that in the welcome session if you're selected. Good question. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Chanel. I would like to clarify after the certification, upon completion, do we have to pay for any final exams with Google afterwards? I applied for the Google Digital Leader / Generative. Okay, great job. So, great question as well. So, when you complete these certifications, I believe these two are going to be 100% free, but don't quote me on that. You definitely will get a discount, but I think these two allow you to, with our voucher, that will give it to you for free. But there are some certifications that are not going to be free. It will be up to 50% off. So I hope that answers your question. But for you, you should be fine because I believe it covers the entire cost. But for other more technical exams, I believe it's 50% off. But I think more of that information can also be found on through Gemini. Hold on. I'm going to Google it myself so I can answer that one and come back to it. All right, moving along. Strong. I'm still not clear on your question. Are you saying that you already have the Google Cloud cybersecurity or you have the Grow with Google cybersecurity? Please let me know. This is a really good question as well. Let's please answer the question. Can somebody help me with an answer in the chat? I mentioned this earlier. I do not want you all to focus on what can hinder you. Let's think positively. Like, what if you were the one chosen? What if you did get in? How are we going to prepare for that? So let's prepare for good things, not bad things. Let's prepare for good things. Let's be an expectation of blessings and positivity. So what I would say to this question is prepare as if you already are in. What do you need to do to ensure that you can be fully committed, dedicated, and show up for the other scholars in your cohort? What do you need to do to prepare yourself for this kind of experience? Let's do a personal audit and ensure that we're ready. And if you are ready, then you continue to prepare yourself for to be great and excellent. That's amazing. Super excited to have you. And thank you all so much for your kind words. Thank you for your support. And this is exactly what it looks like. This is a good question. This is exactly what it looks like to support each other, right? There are going to be questions that come in the Slack and all that kind of stuff. Feel free to jump in and support and answer. You know, you don't have to wait for us or a track lead or a program coordinator to answer. You guys, you all have what it takes to do great things. All right, this question here on the screen, and then I will give you guys back give you all back your time. I want to make sure that I respect it. If you have additional like 10 or so minutes, you can just put that in the chat, and then I think I might have some extra time. But anyway, Grow with Google versus Google Cloud. Grow with Google is for those who are absolute beginners. However, Google Cloud prepares their content as if you were a beginner. So the content is a bit more technical. It will require you to be a little bit more hands on in the cloud platform or console. Um, but again, especially the cloud foundations and um, the cloud foundations and the digital cloud leader, those kinds of things. It's a pretty good threshold for that. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. And both programs are accredited as well. So there's that. Uh, all right, moving along strong. Scrolling. We answered this question. I think someone also answered it for you. I think we also answered this for you as well. We answered this already too. This is a good question. We, I think we, I don't know if we do that. I think because again, the goal is for you to meet other people. So I don't believe, I have to ask the engineers, but because I don't want to tell a story, but I believe you have multiple people from different countries in your group. For those of you who are alumni of our Grow with Google program, can you confirm I'm telling her the right information? I believe it's diverse, meaning from different parts of the world. But again, don't want to tell a story. I just know that you are grouped in groups, and we go from there. Can we include our full CV? I think so. But again, we're talking about questions that we didn't even get past the certification yet. Let's start there and then work our way. Okay. It's a good question. I'm gonna be honest. I will share my screen really quickly on what that. Oh, mine is already. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't even allow me to, because I have a unique sign in. So I was going to, but it won't even allow me to share, or sorry, to show you what the sign up process looks like. But anyway, please just go to skills.google and it should be pretty simple to create a profile there. Again, you're going to be using that platform throughout the program, so it's super important. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're excited about the UN Sustainable Goals. Okay. It looks like pretty much all of the answers. Yes, thank you so much for capturing that as well. Thank you for capturing this as well. This is a good question. Pre-selected means that we identified your application as someone with the potential to be fully accepted, but you have to follow all of the requirements to be fully selected. So attending the info sessions like today or tomorrow, only one is required. Attending our workshop Wednesdays over the next 4 weeks. So all of that is on our Luma. And also, being in our Slack, make sure that you introduce yourself and respond to others as well. I see a lot of folks just kind of make their message and they leave. That's not good etiquette. So don't just react, but respond, say welcome, super excited to be here. Feel free even now to go back, drop your flag in the chat, ask other people like, where are you from? Anybody from Tanzania here? Anybody from Nigeria? Anybody from Ghana? Anybody from the USA or New York? We can, let's do that. But anyway, that email is not saying that you are confirmed. It's saying that you are selected. You will get an email saying confirmed later on. Yeah, we're super excited. It's going to be great. Okay, we kind of talked about that already. Good question. So could you please clarify if participants receive any internship completion certification, successful graduation of the program. So there will be a graduation after the program, like a virtual one, where we'll celebrate the most engaged scholars, with the most engaged scholars, the scholars with best attendance, scholars with the best projects, things like that. We'll also celebrate obviously our track leads as well, and yeah, we'll go from there. But it will be a certificate from Mentor Me Collective, and when you finish your skills, um, your Google Cloud track, you will get the ability to get certified and get a certificate from Google Cloud themselves. Okay. This is a good question. I'm not too sure. So please, you can ask Gemini.google.com, or you can ask Gemini.google.com, or you can go on what's the website? G's and P's. I think Creditly or something like that. They should have more information about that. For those of you who were asking about vouchers, I just asked Gemini, so hopefully this is the most updated the most updated response. But for those who are doing the cloud engineering track, that basically will be the associate cloud engineer exam. So you have to complete the full Google Cloud engineering certificate track, and the voucher gives you a 50% discount. The digital cloud digital leader and the generative AI leader, that will be 100% off. And then the data practitioner. So if you're doing the data analytics, which also has one course that is required, I think it's the Intro to Data Engineering course. That also has a voucher as well. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Still scrolling. Still scrolling. This is a good question. Right now, I don't think we have any restrictions. We're in the APAC region. We're in the EMEIA, and we're also in the Americas. In the application, I think we state that as well, like for you to put your region. So if you are in one of those three regions, we have that. And yes, please share that in the chat, Brittany. Okay, clearly I'm way behind on these questions. I'm trying to get to everyone. There was request for EMEA regions to support each other with mentorship facilitation. Is that still there? Yeah, that's called the track lead position. So we still have that. How to validate our session A attendance. We were going to be looking at the comments here and reflecting back. Moving along strong. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay, you were pre-selected. Yeah, no, the certification specifically comes from Google DeepMind. So Google Cloud partnered with DeepMind to create a learning on the Google Cloud platform, but the certification would come from Google DeepMind. I don't know, like when you get to let's first finish the program. We asking all these questions and we ain't even get accepted yet. Let's finish the program, and then from there you'll get all those details. I do talk more about that during the welcome session as well, but the credentials and the documentation will be emailed to you specifically from Google Cloud once you finish and complete all of the modules. They already have like all those automations built into it. This is a good question. I literally just I asked Gemini specifically about the Google Cloud Launchpad programs, but you can also just do a Google search on the Google Cloud Launchpad programs and put accreditation or certification, and you should be able to get all that information you need. I want you all to be proactive too, when it comes to just troubleshooting and troubleshooting, or maybe like conflict resolution. I shouldn't say conflict, but any kind of problems or not problems, but any kind of questions you have, always feel free to just, we have so many tools at our disposal. So feel free to just go ahead on online, Gemini, Claude, whatever your LLM of choice is, and ask those questions. I'm sure you'll get all the answers there too. Because we are assuming that you have already done your research on why you want to be here, why you chose the program you want. And then also on top of that, yeah, we're expecting that you know those things. So asking us about exams and stuff, that's something that you have to lean into on your own. Um, Honestly, McDonald, you're the best. Yes, that would be awesome. Can you do that in the Slack? If you're in our Slack, McDonald, can you go ahead? Well, I know you are in our Slack, but for everybody else who has questions about the Google Cloud account, McDonald will create a video and put that in the Slack channel for everybody to see. Um, so if they did not already apply to our programs, and you share it, they will not get selected. Um, they're not going to get selected anyway because they didn't originally apply. But you can ask them or tell them to apply next time. Let's not share the form with those who have not applied in the general application. The reconfirm form is for those who already applied and just need to reconfirm their interests. And we do validate, like we have an automation to validate whether or not you were on the form before. Okay, moving along, strong, 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 strong. Can somebody please answer this question around what's the difference between Slack and Luma? Also, we can ask Gemini or ask Claude or ChatGPT, and they can tell you. Um, we already answered that question. Shout out to Tanzania. Peru is in the building. We love that. I love that. Okay, Nigeria, India. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have so many people from India. Is this Argentina? Hope I'm saying this right. Is this Argentina? Um, I've been watching anybody been watching the World Cup? Let me stay focused. Okay, because I know we way over. I'm trying to make sure that I think we got to all the questions when it comes to mentors. Oh yeah. So once you finish the program, you can feel free to stay in touch with mentors. Throughout the Google Cloud program, you will have at least one Ask Me Anything session with a mentor for the entire cohort. So you'll have a professional come and answer your questions, talk about their journey, and of course, hopefully you all continue connecting. Our official mentorship program is what you get invited to apply to once you finish your education program with either Grow with Google or Google Cloud, and then you finish your build project, your cross-functional build project with us. Okay, Nigeria, I see you. Okay, Guatemala. Dang, I'm sorry. It's me thinking it was Argentina. I don't know. Isn't Argentina? Don't they have baby blue too? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm sounding real American right now. But anyway, shout out. Shout out. Is this South Africa? South Africa? I think so. Shout out to Kenya, Nigeria, all the things. Ghana. Ghana's in the building. Nigeria. All right, y'all. So I have officially went through all of the comments. Thank you all so much. We're super excited to have you all join us. Please, like I mentioned, ensure you all send us an email if you know that there's going to be some kind of complications with you all finishing with us. We're super excited. We want you to know that this is your year. You are meant to be great. You were born to be great. And of course, we have set the standard to ensure that nothing less happens for you. Au revoir, everyone. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.